wanna see every light, but red and blue. I wanna get locked down with you. I wanna see every light, but red and blue. Where we go now? Where do we go? Yeah, it can go now. Where we go now? Lock me down. Yeah, it can go now.
Welcome, everyone, to Noche and Beyond. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. And tonight we'll see the Dallas Mavericks as they go up against the Brooklyn Nets. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thank you. Kevin Durant is a champion, but he said, growing up, I never thought about titles. I just wanted to be the best player I could be. When I got to the league, I was listening to all the noise and it was taking control of my mind. For me, mentally, I have to just focus on my craft. Guys, the results have flown since then.
Clearly. David, thank you. And let's take a look at the last handful of seasons and the steal numbers for Andre Drummond.
And when you see the tumble his steal totals have taken the last few years, you can see that he's gotten away from playing the kind of gritty, hard-nosed D he was known for. That's an aspect of his game he needs to get back.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Bruce Brown is out there with Durant. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then it's Curry. And it's Irving at the 1 spot. And for Dallas, they've got Dwight Powell, Jalen Brunson out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Reggie Bullock, and it's Finney Smith in at the 4 spot. And in these late season stages, Doris, there are always a few surprise players that step up their game.
Well, some guys just get that second win, maybe young legs, maybe guys trying to earn a contract. The deeper they get into the year, the stronger they get.
Doncic against Durant. Shoots over Doncic. The shot that time, not on target. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
Here's Brunson following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And Finney Smith gets it to go.
This guy has been elite as a passer since he entered the league. He takes pride in making the guys around him better.
And you know you're special when you're drafted 3rd and people still can't believe you slipped that far. That's how good Doncic has been in his young career.
Now here's Bullock following the shot by Kevin Durant. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Curry dishes to KD. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And Greg, at the time of the 2018 draft, Luka Doncic was regarded as the best international prospect ever.
And that sounds right because, you know, coming from Europe, a lot of people assume that he's got a low ceiling, but he's surpassing all those expectations.
The Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And then Durant with the jam.
But Kevin Durant has the kind of handle and creativity to get by defensive players off the dribble drive. Nicely done.
Brunson, good. Brunson's got his second bucket. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Sweet move, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And Kevin, everybody's dissected Luka's offensive game, trying to find that weakness. And I'm just here to tell you, I don't think he has it.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Davis Bertans comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Sterling Brown in for Reggie Bullock. And the basket by Johnson.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly. There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Johnson outside. From deep. Mavericks with the rebound. Out to the wing. To the inside. Kleba. And he banks in the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Mills passes to Aldridge. There's Dragic with the three. Kleba with the rebound. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They traveled to Brooklyn last time they faced the Nets, and they came away with a win.
And boy, did they impress everyone with that comeback they had in the fourth. Just stunned that crowd.
Fires for three. That shot off. From beyond the arc, Kleba with the rebound. Here's Brunson. Dallas, no good that time either.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
It's a tie game in Dallas. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Well, Kyrie Irving at 6'3", one of the most creative finishers in the NBA. He details where it all started.
I just go back to being in my backyard and, just practicing all my layups or all my finishes. That's what I go back to. I mean, this is when I'm in that situation, I kind of feel like the attitude I get is this is what I do.
Oh, it is indeed the English, the angles. He is a magician out there, Greg, with the ball in his hands.
And his godfather, Rod Strickland, another New York point guard legend who was known for his improvisational finishes. Kyrie had it from the soil.
And we return to the second quarter, and no Jay Latino. Specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
We've got Brown. Maxi Kleba is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Dinwiddie in at the one. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Irving. That shot is off. And it's Dallas the other way. And the latest wrinkle in Seth Curry's game, creating for others with consistency.
And he's taking time with his reads, letting the defense commit, then making his move. All part of that maturation process.
Curry's shot is off. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Brooklyn Nets are creating a fresh legacy. Kevin Durant says it's new energy. We're one of the first teams in Nets history where fans are expecting us to do good things. The basketball culture is deep in Brooklyn, and they're looking for a team to latch on to. Well, guys, it looks like they found a good one.
I agree, David. Thanks. Now, here's Dinwiddie. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Lakers. And endorsed that flow state that athletes can achieve where you're in a groove. When you played and you really had it going, what was it like?
You know what, Kevin, I love the descriptions of players like Damian Lillard or Steph Curry when they are really cooking. They talk about the basket is the size of the ocean, that they hear no noise, they see no defenders. They are simply in this state where all the work they've put in has come to pay dividends, and it's so unique and so amazing to watch.
Claxton the pass to Curry. Cranes the three-pointer. Curry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, like it runs in the family, Seth Curry building a career on his aptitude from distance, and boy, oh boy, can he do some damage.
Now here's Powell. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Here's Claxton. They trail by 3. KD can't get it to go.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Count it. Powell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's about great concentration. Dwight Powell, under duress of the defense, finishes nonetheless. Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And Kevin Durant signing an extension this past offseason, locked in with the Nets for the next 4 years. Seems like there's a very good chance Durant could end his career in Brooklyn.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Hairton comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Brown. Then for the Nets, Thomas checked in for Bruce Brown. Mills comes in for Curry. And Drummond subbed in for Durant. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Out to Doncic. Over Claxton. And Doncic gets it to go. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Yeah, this guy will not hesitate. Reads the defense, understanding mid-range jumper is available. Yeah, I can make that.
A nice shot by Irving.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
Here's Dinwiddie. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Mills in the corner. Lets it go with the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Mills has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, you love to see this level of awareness from a big like Drummond. How about that feed to his teammate?
And it's sent back by Drummond. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Dallas. They double him with Drummond. Now here's Brunson, guarded closer. 5 on the clock. And here's Bullock from the arc. They grab their own miss. The shot's good from Brunson. Brunson's got 6.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Irving misses.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Mavericks lead by 4.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Jason Kidd. Jason, how do you feel about your team's performance?
I feel great. You know, we're sharing the ball, we're making the extra pass, but we're attacking the paint, and if we can continue to do that, puts us in a good seat.
Jason, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following halftime.
Greetings all. Halftime is upon us and an entertaining game with the Dallas Mavericks battling away.
We have to recognize their bench play. Sometimes we overlook the second unit, but tonight they've been the key. The coaching staff has got to be loving this. Getting that extra boost is huge.
And now let's talk about the clash of the Titans in that first half. Big-time performances on both sides.
Makes for a fun night when it's mano-a-mano at the shooting guard. These guys should see a lot of touches the rest of the way. I'm sure they're pumped for it. And you know 2 guards, they can never get enough attention. Ain't that right, Kenny?
That's going to do it for us here at the half. Shaq, any last thoughts?
Well, Ernie, I'm thinking about a nap.
Man, that's the only thing you ever think about, man. Come on, big fella.
Well, always smart to keep a good work-sleep balance, I've always said. Shaq, work, sleep, a little of both. Work, sleep.
Unsullied since 1989. What'd you say?
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, he knows they're coming for him, but he's accustomed to that kind of attention, and he's quite comfortable dealing with it.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Durant. Irving is out there. Curry. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Brown in at the 3. Brunson against Curry.
Well, the reach of Kevin Durant is a big part of what allows him to be a defender at the highest level.
Driving inside.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Here's Doncic. It's Drummond with the rebound. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. A 2-point game.
Indoors, you can feel Andre Drummond's presence all over the floor, but it's really on the glass where he is truly at his most dominant.
He is nearly unmatched in terms of his rebounding ability. This guy is a multi-time league leader in that stat. He works so hard to secure possessions for his team.
Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Durant against Brunson. Just 5 on the clock. And the dunk by Powell.
You have got to commend Powell on his positioning. I'll tell you, he buries himself deep, and he's going to sky for that slam dunk.
Pass to KD. Shoots over Bullock. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Durant.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Brunson finds Doncic. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Mavericks making a change here. Dinwiddie's checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Aldridge comes in for Andre Drummond. And it's Dragic in for Kyrie Irving. Dinwiddie with it. He's picked up by KD. Down low.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
I think this is where Powell is really trying to improve, right? Sacrificing his body, taking it right to the defense.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Brown's checked in. Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you for the baton, Kevin. Kyrie Irving, of course, marches to the beat of his own drum. At times, that might rub people the wrong way. But Kyrie says, I've learned lessons from it. That's the most beautiful and exciting part, just the growth. What I'm saying is, it's always been bigger than the game for me. And guys, you have to respect his willingness to go it alone.
You do indeed, D.A. Thank you for that portrait.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible. Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Here's Doncic. They get the rebound. Finney-Smith. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. And now it's a 9-point Maverick lead. Here's KD. And then Durant with the jam.
We are talking about one of the greatest scorers in the history of NBA basketball. Kevin Durant's doing some work right now.
Dinwiddie against Dragic. And Doncic throws it down.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Durant against Doncic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal
It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
We are talking about a clever scorer. Luka Doncic has developed such a knack for getting to the free throw line.
Here's Irving. It's rebounded by Dallas. Kleber's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Mavericks game.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Davis Bertans out there with Maxi Kleber. Then there's Reggie Bullock. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. To the paint. Fader on the way. Bertans can't get it to go. Mills in the corner from past the arc. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. The next game is in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for him. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And it's Sharp missing.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. Drummond's checked in for the Nets. Seth Curry comes in for Patty Mills. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. For 3, Bullock sinks the triple. Bullock's got the lead up to 13 now for Dallas.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Dinwiddie with the bucket, and the Mavericks lead by 15.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Dinwiddie against Irving. A floater, 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
And Brown over to help. And here's Bullock from the arc. Another 3 for Dallas.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Brunson with it. He's picked up by Drummond. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. A different look for Dallas. Dwight Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Bertans. And then for Brooklyn, LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Drummond. And it's Kevin Durant in for Blake Griffin.
Boy, Dwight Powell is such a hard-playing, athletic big man. He could fit himself into any scheme right now.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Mavericks.
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
Yeah, and I think something they've also worked hard at tonight is crashing the boards. The second chance points have been coming in bunches.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Mavericks.
Free throws were a big factor in this one.
You know, it's always great to get a lot of shots at the line, but the key, they were able to convert tonight. You start making free throws, and it can get you the win.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It will go down as their 48th win.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn them.
Doris, one thing you and I love about Davis Bertans is accurate three-point shooting.
Well, let's be real. In the modern NBA, there may be no more value to skill than range shooting. Now, when you couple that with Davis's size, look out, folks.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Reggie Bullock. Here's Pertinis. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
It's Thomas outside, and it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Mavericks. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. Doncic shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
His second personal foul.
You can see Luka Doncic has the body, the handle, the footwork, and the savvy to draw fouls. That is nicely done.
Brooklyn with the ball. Dragic the pass to Claxton. There's Thomas with the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Spencer, did you have a sense coming in that you needed to be more aggressive tonight?
Oh, no, it was just kind of like the way they were playing and just wanted to be aggressive, wanted to hopefully make the best play for the team, and, was fortunate to hit some shots tonight. That's really it.
All right, man. I know you want to be humble, but you played a big part tonight. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris